Hey, everyone! Welcome back to Writing Tutorials. Today, we're covering a complaint letter, an essential skill for anyone who needs to address issues with a product or service. Writing a complaint letter doesn't have to be stressful, and it can be a highly effective way to resolve issues when something goes wrong with a purchase. In this video, we'll go through each part of a sample complaint letter, breaking it down sentence by sentence. We'll look at what makes a complaint letter professional, polite, and clear so that your message gets the attention it deserves. Let's get started. Header section. The first part of any formal letter is the header section. Here, you'll include your contact information so the recipient knows who you are and how to reach you. In our example, Jennifer Thompson lists her name, address, phone number, and email. She also includes the date, November 1st, 2024. Adding this information is crucial in any formal letter. It lets the recipient see right away who they're dealing with, and it provides several ways for them to contact you to discuss the issue further if needed. Make sure your details are correct and up to date to avoid any delays in communication. Recipient information. Next, you'll add the recipient's information. In this case, Jennifer is writing to the customer service department at Bright Home Electronics, and she includes their full address. Including the recipient's address is especially helpful if you're mailing the letter. Even if you're sending it via email, listing the address shows that you know exactly who you're reaching out to, which adds a level of professionalism. If you don't have a specific person's name, it's okay to address the department, like Jennifer does here. Subject line. Now we come to the subject line. This is a short line that lets the recipient know what the letter is about right away. Here, Jennifer writes, complaint regarding defective product and request for resolution. A subject line like this is very effective because it's clear and to the point. It tells the recipient that Jennifer is making a complaint about a defective product and is seeking a resolution. A good subject line helps ensure your letter is directed to the right department or person without delay. When writing your own, try to keep it short but specific. Opening and purpose of the letter. Now we get to the opening paragraph, where Jennifer states the purpose of her letter. She begins with, I am writing to express my concern regarding a defective product I recently purchased from your online store. This sentence is polite but direct. It shows respect while letting the company know right away why she's writing. In your complaint letter, start by clearly stating your reason for contacting them. You don't need to go into too much detail yet, just give a brief overview of the issue. Jennifer continues with specifics. On October 15, 2024, I ordered a Bright Home Model X500 smart vacuum cleaner through your website. This line provides important details, including the product name and purchase date. Specifics like these help the company look up the transaction and verify the details, which can speed up the resolution. Process. When writing your complaint letter, include any relevant dates or product identifiers to make it easy for the company to understand which purchase you're talking about. Explanation of the issue. The next part of Jennifer's letter explains the issue in more detail. She writes, unfortunately, within just 2 weeks of use, the vacuum cleaner began to malfunction, displaying operational issues that made it impossible to use as intended. This sentence is straightforward and describes the problem without being overly emotional or negative. When you're writing a complaint letter, it's best to stay calm and stick to the facts. Describe what went wrong with the product or service in a clear, neutral tone, like Jennifer does here. Jennifer then gives further details. Upon the first use, I noticed the device would frequently lose connectivity with the remote, and eventually, the vacuum started shutting down abruptly during cleaning cycles. By describing specific malfunctions, Jennifer gives the company a clear picture of the problem. The more specific you can be, the easier it is for the company to understand what went wrong and how to fix it. If there were multiple issues, list them all, but keep it concise. She finishes this section by saying, I have attempted to troubleshoot the issue as per the instructions in your manual, yet the problem persists. This line shows that Jennifer took steps to fix the problem on her own, which can be important. If you've already tried troubleshooting or reaching out in another way, mentioning it can show that you've made an effort and really do need their assistance to solve the issue. Request for resolution. In the next part, Jennifer makes her request clear. To resolve this matter, I kindly request a full replacement of the unit or a refund of the purchase amount, as outlined in your return policy for defective products. Here, she's stating exactly what she wants as a solution. In your letter, be clear about what outcome you're looking for, whether that's a refund, replacement, repair, or something else. Being specific helps the company understand how they can make things right. She also adds a reasonable time frame. I believe a resolution within 10 business days would be reasonable, allowing your team adequate time to process the request. Including a timeline like this is helpful because it sets an expectation for when you'd like the issue resolved. Make sure to choose a reasonable time frame, as this shows respect for their processes. 10 business days, like Jennifer suggests here, is often a fair and professional request. Additional information and contact details. In the next sentence, Jennifer provides a final piece of information. Additionally, I would appreciate any further guidance on returning the defective unit. This line is a helpful addition because it asks if there are any next steps she should be aware of. When writing your complaint letter, consider asking if there's anything you need to do to move the process along. This shows that you're ready to cooperate and want to help resolve the issue quickly. Closing with gratitude and contact information. Now, Jennifer closes the letter with a polite expression of gratitude. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I trust that your company, which has always been known for high-quality products, will take the necessary steps to resolve this issue promptly. Thanking the recipient for their attention and showing faith in their company's commitment to quality can create a positive tone. It also conveys that you believe they're capable of resolving the issue. Even in a complaint letter, maintaining a respectful tone can make a big difference in how the message is received. Finally, Jennifer provides her contact information one more time and signs off with sincerely. Including contact details again at the end makes it easy for the company to reach her quickly. And that's a complete breakdown of this complaint letter. By going through each part, I hope you now feel confident in how to structure your own letter if you ever need to file a complaint. Remember, be clear about the issue, provide relevant details, make a polite request for resolution, and close with gratitude. This approach helps keep the tone professional and gives the recipient everything they need to assist you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to Writing Tutorials for more writing tips. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.